Hello, everybody. Um, I know I said I was gonna stream at 3 something, and here I am 3 hours later streaming. I have been busy with, um, stuff. Yeah, anyways. The purpose of my video today. The purpose of my video is today is to talk about what happened at, my school today. So I'm just gonna walk you guys through basically my whole day. Trust me, all of this is relevant. Also, if for some reason you did not read the description, which I highly, highly, highly recommend doing, please do. Um, Here, hang on, let me actually add text. Okay, now we need to just. It's actually my first time using this, so. Okay. Now, size this down a little bit more. No, that color's kind of hard to see. That's also hard to see. Okay, this is going amazing. Oh, well, we're just gonna leave it up black. Okay. You all have been warned. Okay. So I'm gonna start off the video with I won't be giving any timestamps of when anything is for obvious reasons. But yeah. So today I got to the school super early and it was honestly kind of boring getting to school this early. Anyways, I had Opus practice, and if you don't know what that is, it is a honor choir that I am a part of. I'm going to do time skips probably a bunch because yeah. Anyways, time skip to after Opus, I walk to my first period, have an amazing time in first period building solar probes, and then second period happened. It started off normal. Usually my math teacher comes in kinda late, mainly because I believe she's talking to her friend, which is my English teacher. So it started off normal. We were doing a practice equation, which was a slope, I believe. And all of a sudden, it's completely silent in my room as we were doing, well, sort of silent, except for the boys speaking. All of a sudden, I hear ding, ding, ding. There's an active threat in the building. Please evacuate. And if you cannot evacuate, please lock down. Ding, ding, ding. And then it switches to Spanish and it does that a couple times. To preference this, we have already had, I believe, all of our scheduled active threat drills for the year. So this caught everybody off guard, including the teachers. Everybody in my class went and sat down in the corner, and to be honest, I was crying. I had no clue what was happening. My teacher did not grab her radio for some reason. I have no clue why. So we had no clue what was happening. We sat there for maybe about like 5 minutes, probably more. But in that time, I felt so much anger more than fear because of one kid. Now, I will not be saying names for obvious reasons because there are people from my school who watch this. And if you do ever watch this, hi, hello, you probably will know who I'm speaking of. So, during the, I almost want to call it a drill, even though it's not a drill. During the lockdown, this kid decided to lay down on the floor instead of, like normally sitting. So some people asked him, "What are you doing?" And he said, "Ooh, this still makes me mad and disgusted." He said, if I'm gonna die, I'd rather die laying down." What a horrible thing to say. I will admit, I was not happy during that time. Not happy one bit. Mm-mm. It's not how I expected my day to go. So, I did get mad, and in fact, I started saying, "What the heck? That's not something to joke about." I was whispering, by the way. Is my dog trying to get in my room? I was whispering because obviously you don't want to speak, and he just said, "What? It's probably not even a real thing." That's so I was rightfully mad because this is no joking matter. You don't joke about stuff like this. So he started making jokes and stuff like that, saying, "Oh, it's not a real thing. It's not a real thing. We're okay. We're gonna be fine." And I was in between. I felt so many emotions during that time. Um, I was crying, then I'd compose myself, then I'd start crying again, then anger because of him. Really, if it seems like I'm joking, I'm really not. I'm just at a loss for words. So, my teacher eventually, after he started saying stuff like, "Oh, if I'm gonna die," and stuff like that, she eventually told him to shut up and stop speaking, which, by the way, he did not get in trouble at all. Not one bit. I have no clue why. He totally should have gotten in trouble. But all he got was a "be quiet." So, after the drill, after the alarm was like done and we got the all clear that we can go back to class and go back to doing work, he had started saying, "See, look, we're all okay. I called it." So I had told him that is not something to joke about. Kids die from this. You don't joke about that. He was like, "What? I wasn't joking. What if I'm being serious?" Like, I I can't tell if this was fear, adrenaline, or just anger, but I was literally shaking because of all that. And I think a lot of it was anger. So, my teacher, second period, she is amazing. She handled the situation amazing, except for the whole him part. Um, she went back to teaching. She had actually said, well, this is kind of weird. I don't know how I'm supposed to continue teaching. And we had maybe a good like 10 minutes, maybe 5 left of class. And since some classrooms actually evacuated, by the way, I should have prefaced this by saying I was on the top floor during this time. Um, sorry. um, I could not focus on doing my schoolwork, and I got nothing done in that class. So when the bell rang, we had to stay in our classrooms for head counts to make sure everybody was still there. And then we went to third period where my anger got where my anger got worse. So we had missed probably 5 minutes or more of third period class time. um, third period or more. 5 minutes or more of third period. So we had to like hurry up. I had band third period, and I usually don't mind band, but today has made me realize why I hate band because my band teacher said, whew, gonna pull up an email I sent to my mother if I still have it. Oh, no, I don't. He said something on the lines of, whoa, okay, guys, I know we had a crazy morning, but let's get focused. Basically implying that we should have forgotten everything that happened. That's not how it works. If you've been in a scary situation like that before, you know that's not how the human body works. It just doesn't work like that. So I started getting mad, even more mad actually. And there was this kid uh, in my band who rose her hand and said, I can't remember what she exactly said, but it was something on the lines of, oh, so we're just supposed to forget about that scary situation? Yeah, totally just gonna forget it. And then my band teacher replied by saying, yeah, no, no. The rest of my day was okay. I was, by the time it hit lunch, I was like still not like I I don't even know. I just wanted to focus on getting through the rest of the day. Honestly, I understand that this was not the actual thing, but the way the way my band teacher handled the situation afterwards was not right. And it did not sit well with me, and it still has not sat well with me. So the rest of my day was okay. It's kind of just off because obviously everything that happened, which rightfully so. You don't just go back to normal after all of that. No, I was not in an actual school shooting, but that was the first time. I say this with full confidence. That is the first time in a while I have felt like genuine fear. I legit thought I was gonna die, if I'm being completely honest. And I don't know why. I kept saying, please tell me this is a joke. Please tell me this is a joke. I was like whispering it to myself. I kept saying, please tell me this is a joke. This has to be a joke. Please tell me this is a joke. And turns out my gut feeling was correct. The police was amazing. Got to my school in 3 minutes, which is actually the max time they're supposed to get to a school if there is like an active threat or something. It's given me a little peace of mind knowing that they can't just like shoot through like the windows or stuff because we have barbed wire in between them. So, yeah, I really just wanted to come on here and like share this scary situation with you guys. And I usually don't talk about my days or scary stuff like this, but